Good morning, children. I already started with you about the great IT personalities. Let me share the screen with you and let's revise what we learned previously. Uh, yes, these were your IT personalities. I told you who are these IT personalities that made a difference for us and who want to make the world a better place to live in, to make technology more easily equipped it and use the internet where there is more storage, transmission, making the data usage more better. They are basically the pioneers for the fields, okay, of technology. So you had Fakir Chand, who's the father of the Indian software companies. He is the CEO for Tata, and this is what we learned about Fakir Chand Kohli. Then came uh, Narayana Murthy. He is the guru for information technology and he is a co-founder for Infosys. And right now, people all are working at Infosys. He is actually providing jobs for many. And he says progress is often equal to the difference between mind and mindset. And he's written many books like Better India, Better World, Behtar Bharat, and Behtar Dunia. He's a co founder for Infosys and he's received 3 awards. Do not forget Padma Vibhushan, Padma Shri, and the Legion of uh, Honor. Then you learn the software tycoon. He is called the second Bill Gates. He is also known as the czar of the IT company. He is a co-founder of Wipro, which is one of the largest, IT companies. And he has got so many awards: Padma Bhushan, CNN, IBN Outstanding Achievement, and the Ferrari Medal. So he is the founder for Wipro, chairman and founder for Wipro. Then came Ajit Balakrishna. Ajit Balakrishna is a business executive and administrator. He is the founder and the current chairman for Rediff.com, which is in the company is based in Mumbai. And he is the chair and the board of directors for the Government of Indian Institute of Management, which is in Calcutta. And he is basically born in Kannur. And he says everybody is afraid to have, face failures, but do not really care because when he says, when I fail, I try something new. So organization is rediff.com and diffusion. Then the father of Pentium. Pentium is Intel, everybody knows. Vinod Dham is an engineer, entrepreneur, venture capitalist, and he's also known as the father of the Pentium chip. So he's developed a real successful Pentium processor, which is from Intel. So he's a co-investor of the flash memory card, which you are using right now. And he's basically born in Pune. And his education was in Delhi, Cincinnati, that's in US, and Delhi Technology University. So the organization, what is working is Pentium. Then we had Satyanarayana Nandela. Satyanarayana Nandela, he is an Indian American because he studied there. He is from Microsoft Office. He is a chief current executive of the Microsoft Office, and he's born on. He was appointed as a CEO on 4th February 2014. And after Steve Baylor, he had succeeded Steve Baylor in being appointed as a CEO. Nandela is a senior vice president also for the research and development, that is R&D, and he's a vice president of Microsoft Business Division. And he had helped a lot in the Microsoft database, Windows Server, and the developing tools in Microsoft. And right now it's Azure Cloud, Azure Cloud, which is a cloud computing service. He's born on 19th January, and he says our industry does not respect tradition. It is only respecting innovations. That is what you invent. He studied at Wisconsin Milwaukee in 1919, and organization that is working is Microsoft. Then we had come to Sundar Pichai. Sundar Pichai is also known as, uh, he's called Pichaya Sundarajan. He's also known as Sundar Pichaya, and he's an Indian American business executive. And he's basically from Bangalore. Pichaya is the chief executive of Google, and Pichaya joined Google in 2004. He was a leading production manager, and he made uh, the software products of Google, a lot of software products, including Google Chrome. He's the one who's responsible for inventing the Google Chrome operating systems, as well as he's responsible for the Google Drive. Everything about Google, that is, he's a Google client, software production, Google Chrome, Google operating systems, and Google Drive. And on March 13, 2013, Pichaya added the Android. I think you know one of the operating systems, Android, which is an open source. Everybody uses Android operating systems, and this is one of the extensions to all his products that he's created for Google. He's born on 12th July, 1972, and he was educated at Wharton School University in Pennsylvania in the year 2002. And the organization which is working and is still working is Google. And his version of encouraging people is wear your failures as a badge of honor. This is what is his theme: wear your failures as a badge of honor. Then Nanda Niket Nilkeni, and he is an Indian entrepreneur, bureaucrat, and a politician also. He is the chairman for Unique Identification Authority of India. Basically, all the government work is given to him. He worked at Infosys before. Then he headed the Government of Indian Technology Committee. He's gone in so many posts. And the tag up, he was chairman for Unique Identification Authority of India. Your what is it called? Your fingerprint and all. Okay, these type of things have a responsibility to serve the needy. His uh, saying, and he's born on 2nd June 1955. Studied at Wharton School of University, Pennsylvania. That's same as uh, Sundar Pichaya, and his organization, what he's working is Infosys. He worked for Infosys. Then comes Steve Paul. Steve, you already know about Steve. He's the CEO of Apple. And he says, sometimes life hits you in the head with a brick. Don't lose faith. And Steve Paul Jobs is an American entrepreneur, a businessman, inventor, and industrial designer. He's a co-founder of and a CEO for Apple Computer Company. I think he is no more. He is a CEO of Pixar, the academic award-winning animation studios, which he founded. All these animation films that you're watching. He is the CEO for Pixar. Pixar is an animation academy where they create it's an animation studio where they create all these animation movies, and he won the he got the award for winning uh, through this animation studio, Academy of Award winning animation studio. So he's a co-founder even for the animation. He's also for Apple and for the animation. And he says, sometimes life hits you in the head with a brick, don't lose faith. He's born on 24th February 1955, and the college that he studied is Reed College. The organization that he's working for is Apple, was working for. Mark Zuber, his full name is Mark Elliott Zuber. He is an American computer programmer and an internet interpreter, and he is the chairman and chief executive and co-founder for Facebook. So Mark Zuber is a person who founded the Facebook. You're using Facebook today, so you know who is the founder. Mark Elliott Zuber, Mark Zuber. He is an American computer programmer, and he is the person, the chief executive chairman of Facebook, and the founder also of Facebook. And his version of expressing encouragement to you is by giving people the power to share, we are making the world more transparent. So, because you're sharing so many things over the Facebook, So it makes the world more transparent. He is born on 14th May 1984. He was educated at Harvard University, one of the most well-known universities, between 2002 and 2004. And the organization which he is working and as a co-founder is Facebook. Next, the most important person, uh, because of him you are working on your computers today, is William Henry Bill Gates. He is the richest man also. He is William Henry Bill Gates 3. He is an American businessman. He is a business magnate, investor, author, and a philanthropist. What's his version of talking? He says, your most unhappy customers are your greatest source of learning. If they are unhappy, from them you should learn and make improvements in your work. So in 1975, Gates and Paul Allen, both of them are the co-founders of Microsoft. You already learned about him. They became the world's largest PC software company. Today, you're using your PC because of all their software being installed in your computer. This Microsoft. He's a co-founder, chairman of Microsoft Corporation, and he's the wealthiest person in the world. He wrote books like Microsoft First Programming, that is Basics, and MITS in 1975. He leads Microsoft to become one of the world's largest corporate companies, helping the software industry and rival establishment industry in economic influence and power. So you have many other industries which are coming up with other softwares. So still Microsoft is leading company. So he donated billions of dollars to charity through the work of Bill and Melinda Gates. Melinda Gates is his daughter, and through in their name he has donated a lot of money. So you have many people who have done these services. The most important people are Tata and Tata Company, then Infosys, and Microsoft. He was born on 28th October 1955. He wrote books, Business at the Rate of Speed of Thought, The Road Ahead, Inside Out, 640 KB ought to be enough for anybody. And the organization is Microsoft. Now, children, for your homework, I want you to, put all these great personality pictures and write their information. These people are very important. You don't have question answers for this lesson, so it becomes your activity. Write about all the great. First, you write an introduction um, about these great personalities, how IT they are the pioneers for IT, and then you start with all these great personalities. This is your activity for this lesson. So in the coming week, we shall start Java, Java programming language. Okay. Thank you for now. Have a nice day. Hope you enjoyed your class. Stay safe.